Tiresias.
Oh, Creon, I have so much to tell you.
I have never failed to listen to you before, but what advice do you have for me this time?
Listen, Creon. I was sitting on the bench at the park the other day where I usually go to think, and where the birds are usually chirping about like they usually do. But suddenly, I heard a sharp change in their soothing chirps. It sounded more like they were in pain than anything, and I realized that they were fighting. Worse, they were killing each other, dying in a whirlwind of wings.
I tell you, Creon, this vision is your fault. The gods do not listen when we pray to them. There is no fire in our offerings, and the altars are stained with corruption. This is a huge deal. Everybody makes mistakes, but a good man admits when he has done wrong, and does everything he can to correct those wrongs. The only crime is pride. Give in to the dead man. Don't fight with a corpse. What glory is it to kill a man who is dead? I'm telling you this for your own good. Fess up to your crimes.
Why is it that you prophets target me these days? I have heard nothing but bad fortunes from you people all my life. No, Tiresias, if you're birds, if the great eagles from God himself were to carry his stinking corpse bit by bit to heaven, I would not confess. Do whatever you want. Go into business, make money, speculate in India gold or that synthetic gold from Sardis. Get rich from anything, but I won't pay you for trying to get my consent to bury him. Tiresias, it is a sorry thing when a man sells his wisdom and lets people pay him for his words.
Ah, Creon, is there no man left in the world?
To do what? Come, let's have the aphorism.
No man that knows that wisdom outweighs any wealth.
As surely as bribes are baser than any baseness.
You are sick, Creon. You are deathly sick.
As you say, it is not my place to challenge a prophet.
Yet you have said my prophecy is for sale.
The generation of prophets has always loved gold.
And the generation of kings has always loved brass.
You forget yourself. You are speaking to your king.
I know it. You are a king because of me.
You have a certain skill, but you have sold out.
O king, you will drive me to words.
Say them. Only remember, I will not pay you for them.
No doubt, you will find them too costly.
Speak. Whatever you say, you will not change my will.
Then take this, and take it to heart. The time is not far off when you shall pay back, corpse for corpse, flesh of your own flesh. You have thrust the child of this world into death. You have kept from the gods below the child that is theirs. The one on a grave before her death, the other dead, denied the grave. This is your crime, and the furies and the dark gods of hell are swift with terrible punishment for you. Do you want to buy me now, Creon? Not many days and your house will be full of men and women weeping, and curses will be hurled at you from the far cities grieving for sons unburied, left to rot before the walls of Thebes. These are my errors, Creon, and they fall for you. But come, child, lead me home. Let him waste his fine anger upon younger men. Maybe he will learn at last to control a wiser tongue and a better head.
The old man has left, King, but his words remain to curse us. I am old too, but he has never been wrong before.
This is true, it troubles me. Oh, it is hard to give in, but it is worse to risk everything for stubborn pride.
Creon, just take my advice.
What should I do?
Hurry and go set Antigone free from her vault and build a tomb for the body of Polyneices.
You want me to do this?
Yes, Creon, and it has to be done as soon as possible. God moves swiftly to cancel the stupidity of stubborn men.
It is hard to deny this heart, but I will do it. I will not fight with destiny.
You have to go by yourself. Don't leave it for others to do.
I will go. Servant should bring Axis to come with me to the tomb. I buried her, and I will set her free. Quickly.
God of many names.
O Lachos, son of Cadme and Semele, O born of the thunder, guardian of the west region of Eleusis' plain, O prince of Maenad, Thebes, and the dragon field by rippling Ismenos.
God of many names.
The flame of torches flares on our hills. The nymphs of Lachos dance at the spring of Castalia. From the vine-clothed mountain come an ivy. Evo, Evo, sings through the streets of Thebes.
God of many names.
Lachos of Thebes, heavenly child of Semele, bride of the thunder, the shadow of plague is upon us. Come with clement feet, O come from Parnassus, down the long slopes across the lamenting water.
Low fire, chorister of throbbing stars, O purest among the voices of the night, thou Son of God, blaze for us.
Come with choric rapture of circling Maenads who cry, Lo Lache, God of many names, Exodus.
What news do you bring to us?
They are dead. The living are guilt of their death.
Who is guilty? Who is dead? Speak.
Haman! He's dead! And they had to kill him This is all.
His father's or his own?
He is mad because of the murder his father has done.
Tiresias, how clearly you saw it all.
This is my news. You must draw what conclusions you can from it.
But look, Eurydice, our queen. Did she hear us?
I've heard something, friends, as I was unlocking the gates of the palace shrine, for I needed her help today. I heard a voice telling of some new sorrow, and I fainted there at the temple with all my maidens about me. But speak again, whatever it is. I can bear it, for grief and I are no strangers.
Dearest lady, I will tell you plainly all that I have seen. I will not try to comfort you. What's the use? Since comfort could lie only in what is not true, the truth is always best. I went with Creon to the outer plain where Polynesius was lying, no friend to pity him, his body shredded by dogs. We made our prayers in that place to Hecate and Pluto, that they would be merciful, and we bathed the corpse with holy water, and we brought fresh broken branches to burn what was left of it. And upon the urn we heaped up a towering barrow of the earth of his own land. When we are done, we ran to the vault where Antigone lay on her couch of stone. One of the servants had gone ahead, and while he was yet far off, he heard a voice grieving within the chamber. And he came back and told Creon, and the king went closer. The air was full of wailing, the words lost. Am I a prophet? He said, weeping. And must I walk this road, the saddest of all that I have gone before? My son's voice calls me on. Oh, quickly, quickly, look through the crevice there, and tell me if it's Haman, or some deception of the gods. We obeyed, and in the cavern's farthest corner we saw her lying. She had made a noose of her fine linen veil, and hanged herself. Haman lay beside hers, his arms about her waist, his love lost in the ground, crying that his father was stolen her away from him. When Creon saw him, the tears rushed to his eyes, and he called to him, What have you done, child? What are you thinking that makes your eyes so stranger? My son, I come to you on my knees. But Haman spat in his face. He said not a word, staring, and suddenly drew his sword and lunged. Creon shrank back, the blade missed, and the boy, desperate, hanging against himself, drove it half its length into his own side and fell. And as he died, he gathered Antigone close in his arms again, choking, his blood bright red on her cheek. And while he lies dead with the dead, and she is at last his bride in the houses of the dead.
She left us without saying a word. What could this mean?
It bothers me too, but she knows what's best. Her grief is too great to be shared with the public. She's probably gone to her room to mourn for her dead son.
It could be so, but I fear this silence.
I'll go see what she's doing.
But here is the king himself. Look at him, bearing his own fate in his arms.
Nothing you say can touch me anymore. My own blind heart has brought me from darkness to final darkness. Here you see the father murdering the murdered son. In all my civic wisdom, Haman, my son, so young to die. I was the fool, not you, and you died for me.
That is the truth, but you were late in learning it.
The truth is hard to bear. Surely a god has crushed me beneath the hugest weight of heaven and driven me headlong a barbaric way to trample out the thing I held most dear, the pains the man will take to come to pain.
The burden you carry in your hands is heavy, but it is not all. You will find more in your house.
What burden worse than this can I find there?
The queen is dead.
Is there no pity for me? And you, angel of evil, I was dead, and your words are death again. Is it true, boy? Can it be true? Is my wife dead?
Come, see for yourself.
Oh, you're right. Now my wife and my son are dead.
She stood before the altar, and her heart welcomed the knife her own hand guided, and a great cry burst from her lips. And for Haman, dead, her sons, and her last breath was a curse for their father, the murder of their sons. And she fell, and the dark flowed in through her closing eyes. Her curse is upon you, for the deaths of both.
It is right that I should be. I am alone and guilty. I know it, and I say it. Lead me in, quickly, friends. I have neither life nor substance. Lead me in.
You are right. If there can be right in so much wrong, it's best to just get it over with.
Let it come quickly, and be kind to me. I will not ever see the sun again.
All that will come in time, but until it does, leave the future to itself.
All my heart was in that prayer.
Then do not pray anymore. The sky is veil.
Lead me away. I have been rash and foolish. I have killed my son and my wife. I look for comfort, but my comfort is here dead. Whatever my hands have touched has come to nothing. Fate has brought all my pride to a thought of dust.
There is no happiness where there is no wisdom. No wisdom but in submission to the gods. Big words are always punished, and proud men in old age learn to be wise.